Hello everyone, and welcome to my Let's Play of Pokemon Ruby version. This one's been a long time coming. I was originally just going to play Sapphire through... You know, I better not say it or Nintendo might come for me as well. But I ended up finding Pokemon Ruby for a fair price, so I thought I'd play through this one as well. Instead, English can't do it. So this is a completely new cartridge, brand new file. I will be having connections with my cartridge to Sapphire. I thought about using it instead, but the save battery is dead and I haven't got the chance to replace it. I don't have to worry about the berry glitch that is so infamous for these cartridges, as I have Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, which has the update file to reverse that effect. But I thought, why not? This has a fresh new battery, it has a fully cleaned out file. I'll use it instead. So we'll switch that, and what was the type I wanted to go with? 18, that's it. So let's head into a new game. Where's my book? I have notes. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. This is what we call a Pokemon. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon, at times as friendly playmates, and at times as cooperative workmates. And sometimes we band together and battle others like us. But despite our closeness, we don't know everything about Pokemon. In fact, there are many secrets surrounding Pokemon. To unravel Pokemon mysteries, I've been undertaking research. That's what I do. And you are? And this is where we get to pick our character. Are you a boy or a girl? In other words, are you male or female? I'm going by the biological terms because I know there's a lot of people who say as non-binary, trans, that kind of thing. Myself, I like playing as the female character. Alright, and what's your name? My name? Nope, not Jay. The name I always use when I do these is Jaden. I wonder if I should just go all caps since this game likes to do that. Let's do that instead, just because it'll feel weird when I see everyone else's names bolded and mine not. They do it to, it's actually a type of writing thing. They do it to emphasize the character, knowing that they are being spoken to, so it doesn't get lost in translation. It's an old thing. Not common as much anymore, but it's an old type of writing style. Yes. Ah, okay. You're Jaden, who's moving to my town of Littleroot. I get it now. Alright, are you ready? Your very own adventure is about to unfold. Take courage and leap into the world of Pokemon, where dreams, adventure, and friendship await. Well, I'll be expecting you later. Come see me in my Pokemon lab. Now, where is my notes? As we're riding in the back of a moving truck. They don't allow that thing anymore. There it is. Alright, looks like we're here. Note, this is extremely dangerous. As you can tell, nothing in here is strapped down, which it should be. But again, this is old time. This is a small truck. The rules were different back in the early 90s and 2000s. Jaden, we're here, honey. It must be tiring riding with our things in the moving truck. Well, this is Littleroot Town. How do you like it? This is our new home. It has a quaint feel, but it seems to be an easy place to live, don't you think? And you get your own room, Jaden. Let's go inside. In we go. See, Jaden? Isn't it nice in here too? The movers Pokemon do all the work of moving us in and cleaning up after. I can't read. This is so convenient. Jaden, your room is upstairs. Go check it out, dear. Dad bought you a new clock to mark our move here. Don't forget it. Oh, don't forget to set it. I can't read. Or I'm reading too fast, one or the other. But yeah, I know a lot of people tend to play Emerald version because it's the one that had all the quality of life improvements. Sadly, I missed out on it when I was a kid because it was so popular. And the price they want for it now is a nightmare. Honestly, if you want something as enjoyable as the Emerald game, I would go with the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire games. They have the same type of story and premise as Ruby and Sapphire, but they do have the quality of life improvements of Emerald alongside their own exclusive story. And personally, I have played Emerald before. I like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire story better. I'm going to be burned at the stake by every Pokemon fan out there, but that's just how I feel about it. Even then, I still enjoy playing the original Ruby and Sapphire just as much as I do Emerald. It's just a little bit of a story change, that's all. Alright, since this thing has a fresh battery, this clock will be working correctly as intended, so will the berries. So this will be interesting. Clock is stopped. Better set it and start it. And as of right now, the time I'm recording this is 10:15. Yeah, I'm just double checking. You know what? Because I prefer being on daylight savings time, I'm gonna go an hour ahead. I know, blasphemy, someone who likes daylight savings over standard time, but I don't like going home in the dark after work. So I'm gonna set it to 11:15. We're gonna be an hour faster, which I don't mind. Jaden, how do you like your new room? Good, everything's put away neatly. They finished moving everything in downstairs too. Pokemon movers are so convenient. Oh, you should make sure that everything's all there on your desk. They do that on purpose. Alright, let's take a look around. Dad might like this program. Better get going. Must be nice to have a TV in your room at this age. And I really love the graphical fidelity of this game. The sprite work, honestly, is just what I expected to see on the Game Boy Advance, and it's still my favorite art style to this day. It's simple, but it's so effective, and you can even sleep in your own bed. And then we got a GameCube. It's a Nintendo GameCube. A Game Boy Advance is connected to serve as the controller, which is exactly how I'm playing. I'm using the Game Boy Advance as the controller. It feels a little better. Jaden took a look at the Hoenn map. So here's Hoenn. Here we are in Little Root Town, and a lot of people say too much water, but honestly, if you take a good look at this map, it is an even balance of land and water that we travel through. So, yeah, fun fact. But that's the thing about living on an island, you're going to be surrounded by water. And our notebook. Jaden flipped through the open notebook. Adventure rule number 1, open the menu with start. Adventure rule number 2, record your progress with save. The remaining pages are blank. So that's all we know. We can take a look at ourselves. We start with 3,000 Pokken, which is nice. So that's my ID this time, and we've been playing for a total of 4 minutes. And last but not least, let's check our PC, because there's probably a potion in there. This is something I miss. I think that's the biggest thing I have with the later Pokemon games. They've streamlined so much that it just feels too easy now. And I kind of wish they'd bring back some of what people call inconveniences to kind of keep that level of difficulty and that little bit of being able to actually get your butt kicked early on. Because that's the nice thing about RPGs, is you start off weak and you grow as you go. Now I feel they make it way too easy at the start, and then it's just a cakewalk the entire way through. Oh, Jaden, quick, come quickly! Look, it's Petalburg Gym! Maybe Dad will be on! We brought you this report from in front of the Petalburg Gym. Oh, it's over. I think Dad was on, but we missed him. Too bad. Oh, yes, one of Dad's friends lives in this town. Professor Birch is his name. He lives right next door, so you should go over and introduce yourself. Alright. let's go meet our neighbors. This is it, right? Yep. Now this is, I think, something really nifty about this game that was a nice introduction. Oh, hello. And you are? Oh, you're Jaden, our new next-door neighbor. Hi! We have a son about the same age as you. Our son was excited about making a new friend. Our son is upstairs, I think. Don't even know where your kid is. And yeah, so if you end up playing as the male character, May will be the next-door neighbor. And the male character will be your next-door neighbor playing as the female character. But room layout's very similar, and yeah, if you were to start up the game as the male character, your house would be here on the left instead of the right. Pokemon fully restored, items all packed, and... Hey, you... Who are you? Oh, you're Jaden, aren't you? Moved in next door, right? I didn't know you were a girl. Dad, Professor Birch said that our new neighbor is a gym leader's kid, so I assumed you'd be a guy. My name's Brennan, so hi, neighbor. Huh? Hey, Jaden, you don't have a Pokemon. Do you want me to go catch you one? Oh, darn, I forgot. I'm supposed to go help my dad catch some wild Pokemon. Some other time, okay? And off like a turd hurdles. Alright, well, that's our next hint on where to go next, so let's... Hello? I can hear someone shouting down the road here. What should I do? What should we do? Somebody has to go help. Oh dear. Help me! Poor Professor. Hello, you over there, please help! In my bag, there's a Pokeball! So this is how we choose our starter. So, the Hoenn starters are a lot of favorites for a lot of people, and we get our choice between the Wood Gecko Trico. Let's give him a look. The Chick Pokemon Torchic, and the Mudfish Pokemon Mudkip, which is who I'm going to choose. And we're fighting our first Pokemon, Poochyena. Alright, so it's male. I was kind of hoping for a female, but that's okay. And we're just going to tackle it to the floor. Since the level gap is quite drastic. There we go. Alright. So I may actually, after this recording, restart for a female Mudkip, just because it's a bit nostalgic to me to have a female Mudkip. That's what I ended up with when I first played the game. And it's what I feel comfortable with. I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. You saved me, thanks a lot. Oh? Hi, you're Jaden. This is not the place to chat, so come by my Pokemon lab later, okay? So, Jaden, I've heard so much about you from your father. I've heard that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. But the way you battled earlier, you pulled it off with a plumb. Wow, I haven't heard that word in years. I guess you have your father's blood in your veins after all. Oh yes, as thanks for rescuing me, I'd like you to have the Pokemon you used earlier. And we now officially receive Mudkip. While you're at it, why not give a nickname to that Mudkip, which I'm going to do. Don't ask me why or how, but I ended up coming up with the name Catnip. It was originally with a K, but it just kind of stuck. I've been naming my Mudkips every time I get them Catnip ever since. Which is why the female name, female gender for the Pokemon makes a lot more sense. If you work at Pokemon and gain experience, I think you'll make a darn good trainer. My kid, Brennan, is out on Route 103 studying Pokemon. It might not be a bad idea for you to go see Brennan. What do you think? Sure. Great! Brennan should be happy too. Get Brennan to teach you what it means to be a trainer. And there we go. We're off and ready to go. So let's head north of Little Root Town and make our way through. We can't do too much until we meet Brennan, but then when we can, it'll be great. You can talk to the trainers here on the route to kind of get an idea of what's going on. And I got pretty lucky not running into anything. Pardon me, bringing us to Oakdale Town. First thing we see is a Pokemon Center and a house. And what looks like a shop attendant. Hi, I work at the Pokemart. Can I get you to come with me? This is a Pokemart. Just look for our blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Here, I'd like you to have this as a promotional item. And we get a potion, so now we have 2 at our disposal. You can get them pretty early on if you know where you're looking. A potion can be used any time, so it's even more useful than a Pokemon Center, in certain situations. And there we go, we've been shown that off. Now, oh, there's someone standing here. Does he? He does, really? No, wait, please don't come in here. I just discovered the footprints of a rare Pokemon. Wait until I finish sketching them, okay? Yeah, well, it would be rude to ruin his work. I don't really want to go up and fight Brennan yet, just because... But then again, we have potions. Why not? Let's do it. Route 103, just north. And we ran into our first Pokemon battle. With a Zigzagoon! Yes, I know the Pokemon by their look. We might actually be able to get a level up here if we go early enough. Oh wow, get a crit right off the bat. That's one fast Zigzagoon. Ow! Yeah, I'm gonna go heal. I'm not gonna waste my potion for that. So let's go to the Pokemon Center and see how it looks. Look at the amount of animations that's on this sprite. You get so used to just seeing a few, but you can see in between animations as they walk. Which is a nice touch. It gives it that little more detail. And you can even see that they step to turn around instead of just the sprite standing still. It's a nice touch. Alright, go to the Pokemon Center and heal up Catnip. Alright. All healed up, and we can continue on. Let's see if we can make it to Brennan without destroying our health. The level up might be a good idea, though. And the game's gonna say yes. Ah, another Poochyena. Take it out. That's not bad this time. There we go. And that should guarantee our level up. Alright. And now we have Mud Slap. Very handy to have this early on. Okay. Actually, before we fight Brennan, why don't we take a look at Catnip? Pure Water type at the start. And then this is the game that introduced abilities to Pokemon, which has been a staple ever since. Torrent is nice because it increases the attack power of water-type moves when your health is low. So it's kind of a double-edged sword ability. And this is also where they introduced traits. Trainer Memo. It has a lonely nature, starting at level 5, and it was met on Route 101. You can also see if it's holding an item. Ribbons are something I'm going to talk about later, which is also introduced in this game. The average stats of the Pokemon. It doesn't let you know what the EVs and IVs are. That is something that gets introduced in the later games, but it does exist thanks to the ability stat and the natures. And then, of course, how many experience points, the usual RPG stuff. And then we have the attacks and the moves descriptions, too. This will come into play later that it coincides with the ribbons. But no, it will come in handy. Especially if you like that mechanic. Alright, let's go meet Brennan. Alrighty. Okay, So it's this one and that one that live on Route 103. Hey, it's Jaden! Oh yeah, Dad gave you a Pokemon! Since we're here, how about a little battle? I'll teach you what being a trainer is about. And then you do just that. Pokemon trainer Brennan would like to battle. And he ended up starting with Trico, as was tradition back in the early Pokemon days before the rival ended up having the weaker Pokemon. They always had the stronger Pokemon to rival you, which I think was a nice touch. Now, I'm gonna start with a Mud Slap just because it has a nice ability. I'll be starting by lowering my defense. Well, I'm lowering his accuracy. I'll do it only once because I do want to get some hits in. And he's still going for lowering my defense. This is gonna hurt. He's still lowering my defense, and I have no Pokemon to switch out, so this is really gonna hurt if he gets off an attack. Case in point. But we did him in. And just enough to level up again. It is nice that the game shows off what stats get the boost before actually showing your stats. That is something I miss as well. Because you could take a look beforehand and see how well it's improving. Huh, Jaden, you're not too shabby. And we get 300 Pokken. I think I get it. I think I know why my dad has his eye out for you now. Look, your Pokemon already likes you, even though you just got it. Jaden, I get the feeling that you would befriend any Pokemon with ease. We should head back to the lab. Brennan's also the introduction of the friendly rival, compared to, Blue, or Green, and, I want to say River, because that's what I named him, Silver, beforehand. Yes, those are their canonical names, unfortunately. I thought they'd go something a little more bold, but it's just what ended up happening throughout the years. But before we go back to the lab, I'm going to the Pokemon Center. Because I want to heal up Catnip. I'll probably be doing this a few times once I get the female version. Yeah, call me strange, but that's just the way I am. I'm heading back to my dad's lab now. Jaden, you should hustle back too. Alright, let's do just that. Back to Little Root and let's go talk to Professor Birch. I love the music in this game, it's so well done. Oh, hi Jaden. I heard you beat Brennan on your first try. That's excellent. Brennan's been helping with my research for a long time. Brennan has an extensive history as a trainer already. Here, Jaden, I ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Pokedex. And that's how we get our Pokedex. The Pokedex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon you meet or catch. My kid Brennan goes everywhere with it. Whenever my kid catches a rare Pokemon and records its data in the Pokedex, why, Brennan looks for me while I'm out doing field work and shows me. Huh, so you got a Pokedex too? Well then, here, I'll give you this. And he gave us Pokeballs so we can catch Pokemon. You know it's more fun to have a whole bunch of Pokemon. I'm going to explore all over the place and find different Pokemon. If I find any cool Pokemon, you bet I'll try and get them with Pokeballs. Alright, we're ready to go. Our adventure begins. Oh, Mom's out front. What's going on? Jaden! Jaden! Did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon! You got it from Professor Birch, how nice! You're your father's child, all right? You look good together with Pokemon. Here, honey, if you're going out on an adventure, wear these running shoes. They'll put a zip in your step. And that is loud, holy. I apologize. Advertisements on frickin' streaming services are loud as hell. Jaden, those shoes came with instructions. Press the B button while wearing these running shoes to run extra fast. Slip on these running shoes and race in the great outdoors. To think that you'd have your very own Pokemon now. Your father will be overjoyed. But please be careful. If anything happens, you can come home. Go on, go get them, honey. What a supportive mom, who also cares about our well-being, even though we rode in the back of a dangerous truck. Well, I should say the cab of a dangerous truck. You usually don't want to be riding in the cab unless it has strict seat belts. But yes, this is the game that introduced the running shoes, and it's been a staple ever since. It's great. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point since this was all the introductory stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Ruby. This is Autumn Child saying I'll see you all next time.